Oh, God. Oh, hey. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy admiring myself in this mirror that's off camera. Anyway, since you're here, kind of rude to just, leave you hanging, right? We should celebrate. What's that? Why are we celebrating? Well, because it's everyone's favorite time of the year. That's right. Black History Award season. The Oscars are this weekend. That means it's time for awesome and edgy nominations, and for Neil Patrick Harris to remind us that he's still awesome and funny outside of How I Met Your Mother.
What up? Freeze frame high five.
This year's Oscars is looking to one-up last year's, which was hosted by Ellen DeGeneres. This year, Neil Patrick Harris once again takes the reins and announces some awesome nominations for some pretty awesome movies, like Birdman starring Michael Keaton, American Sniper starring Bradley Cooper, and everyone's favorite, Boyhood starring Ethan Hawke. But I won't be looking at any of those movies. No. Instead, I'll be looking at something that hits a little bit closer to home. What movie is that? None other than the Disney animated movie, Big Hero 6.
Yeah, fist bump.
Fist bump is not in my fighting database.
No.
Big Hero 6 is, in my opinion, one of the greatest animated movies of this generation. Much better than How to Train Your Dragon 2 or The Box Trolls. And I know some of you may not completely agree with me on that.
How dare you?
And for those of you who don't agree, here's what I have to say to you. Hey, Matt?
Ba-la-la-la-la.
No, but seriously, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and in my own personal opinion, I just think Big Hero 6 definitely deserves to win Best Animated Feature Film at this year's Oscars. But it's not like I'm being biased about it. I do have some, well, pretty good reasons as to why I think it should win. You may agree with them, you may not, but if you're going to keep watching this video, you're going to hear about him anyway, so, yeah. Let's do this. What do you mean I'm too close to the camera? I'm not, what?
Hey, Cap, how do we know the good guys from the bad guys?
So it's pretty obvious that Big Hero 6 is a superhero movie, what with the superheroes and the supervillains and the powers and whatnot, which is actually pretty cool, because superhero movies are really underappreciated when it comes to Oscars. I mean, there's always been a superhero movie at the Oscars, but it's always been for things like visual effects or songs, best soundtrack. Like, for instance, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, or Guardians of the Galaxy, both of which are only being nominated for their visual effects, along with X-Men Days of Future Past. Guardians of the Galaxy gets one extra nomination for its makeup and hairstyling, but still, I've always felt like superhero movies were always underappreciated. I mean, you've got these awesome characters and this great story, this great narrative, and all you're looking at is how cool the costumes are and how rocking the songs are, which, by the way, both are pretty cool. But, I mean, I just always felt like there should be more to it, Basically, what I'm saying is that it's pretty cool that Big Hero 6 is being nominated for Best Animated Film Feature. I mean, superhero films are always underappreciated when it comes to award season. I mean, sure, the kids, teens, and People's Choice Awards always treat them pretty well, but when it comes to the Oscars, the Academy always steps on them and kicks them to the curb. So the fact that it's being nominated is actually pretty cool, and a pretty big win for superhero movies everywhere. But you're probably asking yourself, is Big Hero 6 even a comic book-based film? Is it your typical superhero movie? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. Or, it won't. I mean, you might be pretty hard to surprise, but I mean, I don't know you. Unless I do. Do I know you? What's the one thing we face every day as superhero fans? Yep, fanboys. And it's not just fanboys that we have to deal with. It's being fanboys ourselves. And look, I'm not saying that you can't love what you love. If you like a certain hero better than the other, then that's fine. But when you're having a debate with someone on who would win in a fight against Batman and Captain America, your argument shouldn't consist of, well, he's just cooler. Trust me, there have been many times where I've let my biased fanboy side get in the way of logic. Like all those years I spent ignoring how horrible Spider-Man 3 was. I mean, really. That movie was bad. Like, super bad. Peter, what are you doing? So you're really doing this? This is happening right now? Really? Alright, well, my childhood was a lie. It was a big lie. Like I just switched scenery on you like that? Editing magic. Anyway, not that many people know that Big Hero 6 is actually a Marvel film. Technically. It's owned by Marvel, at least the comic book was. But when they made the movie, they made sure not to promote it as a Marvel film. You know, they didn't have the logo in front that everyone sees, you know, the Marvel logo with the flipping comics and stuff. They didn't have Marvel's name in it at all, except maybe in the credits. I don't really know. They might have. I didn't really check. But either way, they promoted it mostly as a Walt Disney animated film so that people wouldn't get it confused and think that it was part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Honestly, as much as I like Marvel, I'm glad they did this. By separating it away from Marvel's Cinematic Universe and making it its own thing, it not only proved how great the film is, even without the Marvel logo being slapped in the front, it also proved how we aren't always biased when it comes to superhero films. Like, we can see a superhero movie, and it doesn't have to have the Marvel or the DC logo on it, and, you know, we can still enjoy it. So I thought that was pretty cool that Disney Marvel decided to do that. Alright, that was reason number 2. Let's move on to the next one. Bye. Big Hero 6 takes place in the fictional city of San Francisco, a cross between San Francisco, California, and Tokyo, Japan. And trust me when I say that this place is beautiful. As an admirer of both Californian and Japanese cultures, I was simply stunned when I saw how well BH6 had managed to blend these two cities into one. And it's not just the city, the movie itself is visually stunning. I'm honestly surprised it didn't get a nomination for visual effects, but I get it. I mean, all of the nominations for that category are live-action films anyway, and as an animated film, Big Hero 6 is expected to look visually satisfying all around. But, wow, I mean, they really put out the stops when making this. I mean, Walt Disney Animation Studios actually made brand new technology software just for this film. I mean, that's amazing, and bravo, because that software created something absolutely lovely looking. I mean, look at this film, and tell me with a straight face that it isn't just the most beautiful thing you've seen this year, or any year. I mean, honestly, it's enough to get anyone bursting at the seams. Are you good? You alright? So I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave reason number 4 out. I had 2 other reasons, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna go ahead and leave reason number 4 out because I feel if I try and say it all in this one video, it's just gonna be way too long. So if you are interested in reason number 4, you can go ahead and go to moviepilot.com and read the article, sort of a follow-up, not really a follow-up because I kind of did it at the same time as this video, sort of just a companion to this video, and the article, and this video is kind of a companion to the article. Yeah, you can read it there. The link will be in the description below, so you don't have to really search because I know how lazy we Americans are. No, I told you, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. Watch, just see in the comments. They're gonna say so many things. Just watch, wait, and see. I'm getting in trouble for it. I know it. I'm gonna take the glasses off because they're kind of glaring a little bit. I can barely see. I will give you a little bit of info on reason number 4. It's basically about how popular Big Hero 6 is. I mean, you'll read about it all in the article if you want to, that is. But basically, Big Hero 6 is super popular. And, I mean, I'm not saying that the Oscars looks just at popularity. I mean, I would never say that. Glasses back on. But I will say that the Oscars definitely looks at popularity a lot more than it used to. And Big Hero 6 is insanely popular. I mean, this thing is bigger than Frozen. And you know how long it took us to get tired of Frozen? So glad we did, though.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
Let it go, let it go.
I guess we can never really let it go. Sometimes I think I'm incredibly weird. I probably am. Alright, so that's it. Yeah, that's all the reasons. Like I said, if you want to read reason number 4 and the previous reasons, they're all in the article. You can read them. I kind of changed words up a little bit, so it's not like just reading what I just said. There's also surprise reason number 5 for you guys if you really want to check that one out. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I guess I don't really know how to end videos. Don't text and drive, kids. Oh wait, I got it. I know how to end this video. How about a question? 2 questions actually. Question number 1. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think Big Hero 6 should win an Oscar? Question number 2. Do you guys, do you have your own preference? Who do you want to see win at the Oscars? Do you want to see How to Train Your Dragon 2? It doesn't have to be a movie or for the animated film feature category. It could be any category. Best actor, best actress, best sound, editing, whatever you're into when you watch the Oscars. So, tell me that in the comment section below. Or don't, I'm not forcing you.